right, here we go. Trap Lord Ross. Welcome back to Vlad TV.
Man, thanks for having me back. It's
Yeah,
lit.
of course, man. Of course. You know, the last interview did some big numbers.
It's good to hear, man. I was hoping it didn't flop, because when we did it, I was like, man, I got to give Vlad some good numbers, man, some good quotables. But people were rocking with it, man. And tell you what, I got so much respect for appearing on Vlad. The amount of people that popped out were like, yo, for the UK, you really made it out there on Vlad. You know, that felt good, man. I don't know how many UK people have come on the platform, man, but it felt good to represent.
Nah, I mean, not a lot. I mean, at one point, man, this was like 10 years ago, I did a run through the UK where I did like gigs and, you know, a few other acts. But I haven't done a lot of UK artists. You know, a lot of UK figures, that is. So it's like, it was good to have you on there.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. Anytime.
Well, a lot has happened since our last interview. And I think at the top of the news is the Young Dolph trial. And this is a train wreck. And just recently, Justin Johnson, a.k.a. Straight Dropp, was found guilty and is now sentenced to life for the murder of Young Dolph. And from what I understand, in Memphis, life means at least 51 years. So this guy's like, I don't know, 30 years old. He'll get out at 80.
That's life.
Yeah.
That's your life's gone.
That's your life.
Yeah.
What's your take on this whole situation?
Man, it's very sad. I'd always been a really big fan of Young Dolph. You know, I feel like he was one of those artists that he made music that was just so motivational. You know, the energy, like Young Dolph's one of those artists, man. You throw on that music in the gym and it just gives you a different kind of energy. You know, I was always such a huge fan of his. I feel like he was one of those people that really got love from the whole rap game. You know, so many people were big on Dolph, and it was just such a tragedy when he passed away. And it's not just that, but it's like all the details of the case. You know, there's a lot of pictures floating around of Justin Johnson around Dolph before he died. You know, I think there's one like meme that's been going around since his conviction. It's that picture of them two together, and it's sort of saying like, you know, sometimes, you know, the people closest to you are the ones that are going to stab you in the back, or you never know what kind of hate or energy is around you. And I think this is really a, you know, a really sad example of that, because Young Dolph was really like, you know, really, obviously, you know, you got the beef with Yo Gotti, but Young Dolph was just like the guy in his city. It was just like the movement that he had was just enormous. And I guess, you know, there's a lot of that kind of hating energy in the city, and people wanted to take him down. It's very unfortunate what happened, and I think it's also very unfortunate for those involved for the degree of self-snitching that went on afterwards. You know, Justin Johnson, Straight Dropp, he was releasing music very soon after that was hinting towards it. There was a very famous shot of him. I think he had the PRE kind of chain on his belt that people were saying, you know, obviously PRE's Dolph's label. People were saying, yeah, he was wearing it like a notch on his belt. You know, I've got to be honest, some of these guys, it's actually impressive how creative they get when it comes to how they're going to drop some little message to diss someone they've killed or whatever like that. You know, a big part of what's come out of the trial is that, you know, there was, I think it was a $100,000 bounty on Dolph, and then, you know, the money was meant to be split up. Someone was supposed to get, what, 20 or 40,000? They got $800, and then the whole thing collapsed like a house of cards. I mean, it really just goes to show you how much of a dead end the streets can really be. You know, I mean, I don't know how you could throw your life away for $100,000. I mean, we all love money. For 50,000, whatever it is, like for you to throw your life away, you know, he's not going to come out till he's 80. I mean, good luck even making it to 80 in that environment. And, you know, for what? For the possibility of $100,000, you know, some clout in a music video. It's very sad. And then, you know, it breaks my heart, man. I see a picture on social media the other day. I think it was Dolph with his son. And I think the caption was, I can't remember the post, but it was saying something like, you know, Dolph's son's been really angry since he's died and he's been going through a lot. That photo just really touched me, man, because you're looking at Dolph's son and you just think, you know, for all these grown-ass men running around, you know, killing each other, doing all of this stuff. And you know, someone like Justin Johnson, yeah, he's going to be in jail till he's 80, but, you know, Dolph's son, that's changed the trajectory of his entire life. You know, that's changed everything, you know. It just goes to show you how senseless this violence is, how messed up it is. And you know, that's what happens when you end up playing with the streets. You know, you took Dolph's life, your life's gone too. You know, you're going to be in jail till you're 80. Pretty unlikely you're going to be getting out of there. And honestly, just a tragedy, man. I think that really hurt the community and the fans in a big way when Dolph passed.